It is a dark and stormy night here in Texas. Hi, everybody. Time to have a drink. Unfortunately, I'm not drinking right now, so I'm just going to have some Coke. So, Travis, Clay, glad you could join me on this hi, Jim, hey, Squib, very, hey, Alex, very rainy night. Hey, Steve, it is flooding down in Texas. Hey, Zach, Fishman, or Fishman, Riley, hi, everybody. I made it. I just got back from work. I survived. Thomas, I survived my drive to work. Matthew, Gold Dot, hey everybody. Yeah, it's been flooding here, and it's still flooding. It's raining. What's up, Steve? Clay? Oh man, YouTube sometimes, you try to upload a video and it doesn't work. Central Kentucky's getting some rain, but yeah, I get out of work really late on Saturday, that's right. Oh yeah, I just gave you a peek of the JFK Razor, and I'll show you the whole thing coming up soon once I get the entire travel kit, which is the exact same model that JFK had. And his dad also used the same razor from the same time. Hey, happy almost May 4th, Thomas, up in Toronto. Almost Star Wars Day tomorrow. May the 4th be with you. Cheers, everybody. I'm not drinking right now, Mike. I'm just drinking some Coke. But it's out of my Julian from Trailer Park Boys glass. It's the same kind of glass. Have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys? He's always got a rum and Coke. So I'm just drinking Coke Zero. Boring. I'm trying to be good. After about, I know, it's nice rain. Can you hear it? I'm gonna be smoking something. Hold on, I'll show you in a minute. Totally legal, don't worry. Ever since my trip to California, everybody thinks I'm high for some reason. Oh my goodness. Wait, for Virginia? Alex, what are you doing in Virginia? You're supposed to be in your freezing cold basement or garage in Chicago. Use the Arco sticks. Keep it street legal. Yeah, speaking of Star Wars, first movie came out May 25th, 1977. There you go. How does the hair look? I had a hat on earlier to keep the rain off. You see, that's why we wear hats down here in Texas. Not just to look cool, but to actually do something to keep the sun off and the rain off. Oh, Clay's wanting a Gretsch Duo Jet. I wanted one of those for a while too, but I realized I'm not a good enough guitar player to own a Gretsch. Yet, maybe one day I will be. I'm not sure. I'm trying. And that's the least I can do, right? Just try. Ooh, you might see some lightning. Do you see that lightning back there? A sweet ring on my hand. This is my college ring. My college ring, there you go. Going to DC tomorrow. Hear that? Well, I'm glad you're here, Steve. No, not lightening. Craig, you remember that? It is spelled. Thank you for reminding me. The internet is ruining the world. At least language and spelling. I'm a voiceover guy, and I do voiceovers for a living. But yeah, it's lightning. Lightning. Not lightening, as if something was lightening something. Like adding white to paint lightens it. No, it's lightning. Yeah, Clay, you gotta know, if you're gonna play a Gretsch, you gotta be able to play lead. Steve, you can buy a Rockwell anywhere online, buddy. Of course, the one I have, they sent me for free to try out a long time ago. That thing costs $100. It's expensive, man. That's crazy. I couldn't see myself spending $100 on a modern, safety razor, but it is a fantastic dang razor. It really is good. It's my go-to, my favorite one. It works great. It doesn't ever give me any nicks. It shaves beautifully. It feels good. Yep, Medic. Time to hit the 10,000 mark. I got a little ways to go for that. I'm almost going to hit the 7,000 subscriber mark, so that's exciting. I do keep track of all these things. I don't know why, but I do. But anywho, you guys know I normally smoke a cigar. Smoke a pipe out on the porch. But tonight, because people have asked, is like, well, why don't you smoke a cigar? I was like, I should, because I never do. So here's what I got, folks. Now I'm not a cigar guy, so I don't really know what's a good cigar. But this one has a little satin band around it, so I thought that's the one for me, man. Plus, it wasn't very expensive, it was like $7. So, let's take off this cool, fancy satin band. I've never seen a cigar with a satin band. Let me see, I'll take this off. It's got some tape on it. Satin bands are mad bougie. Heck no, MF, I did not pack this with weed. Oh my God, you guys are terrible. Now my brother, he lives in Colorado. He grows his own marijuana because you can over there. It's legal. And then we got a little sticky thing there. Got a little satin. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Little satin band. Wife and kids are doing well, Steve. Thank you. This one is, oh my gosh, it's got a Connecticut TP. Dang, I can't tell. I don't know if anybody recognizes that, but it's a beautiful little made in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see how. Just come to Oklahoma, you're legal. It's legal up there in Oklahoma now? Good grief. Right, there's the label. Fancy, right? Fancy. You're supposed to take the Oliva cigars. Is that what this is? Or are you just saying that in general? I can't read the font. Oh well. It doesn't matter. Oh, you're just hanging. Okay, gotcha. Check out that lighting. That is cool. You see it shining through the trees back there? I saw some streaks of lightning going through. Getting old there. Oh no! Look at the font, man. Look at that. It's like crazy. Yeah, it is tiny. I'm getting old. Remind me that I need to get some cigars. Yes, BC Gamings. It is raining over here. NYC KNP. What does grade beer mean? That means like more than 3%. Because in Texas it's 5 to 8 to 12% sometimes. Alex is going to sleep. Wait, are you actually going to sleep, Alex? Or are you partaking in something? In the devil's lettuce? How did this become the Talk About Pot podcast? I did have a cohiba from Cuba one time. My friend is married to a Cuban woman, and her family traveled down there. Oh, you slept 2 hours in 2 days. Gotcha. You're not going to be able to stay up, Alex. But we'll turn this into an ASMR video where there's rain falling, and I'm just going to sleep quietly. And Alex is going to drift off to sleep and dream of whatever she dreams of. I'm getting the end real juicy, like Boss Hog style. Now, normally, like I say, I don't know what kind of pipe tobacco I normally smoke. I just go to Pipe World and buy something that smells good. Just had some coffee, Jim. Cool. I'm just drinking Gold Coke Zero, nothing in it. But it's in my Julian from Trailer Park Boys glass that I found at a Goodwill. For like 75 cents or whatever. I'm a cheap man. I'm an inexpensive man. Oh yeah, Medic, if you've never seen the Hangouts, I don't really talk about shaving on these. I just kind of hang out and we talk about whatever everybody's talking about. In fact, I kind of don't want to talk about shaving when I do these Hangouts because it's just me. It's like off the clock, Get a non-alcoholic beverage in a second. Okay. Is it Fishman or Fishman? How should I address you? Fish? Like Abe Vigoda fish? All right. I bought this cheap cigarette lighter with the flame that goes like this. Whoa! Pardon me. I did see Avengers Endgame, and I'm going to take the kids and the wife to see it again on Sunday. Fishman. Fish. All right. Lightning. Clay, it's cool, man. Send it when you're ready. Take your time. I see them all. All right, so what I'm going to do first is toast. If they say toast the end of the tobacco just a little bit, just kind of warm it up. It's kind of cool, this whole thing. It's like it's going to go, it's like a jet. It is a jet. How is the Cuban way? How do you light it the Cuban way? With a lighter? Or do you roll it on the inside of a Cuban girl's thigh, the same way they make the, that's how they always say they make the Cuban cigars. They roll it on the inner thigh of the young, I don't know, that sounds terrible. God, I accidentally inhaled. You're not supposed to inhale one of these. I'm a novice when it comes to cigars, man. Endgame is the best movie I've seen in theaters this year, yeah. Oh, the aftershave, yeah. So what people have been telling me in the comments is that the cremo, as I was told, I'm going to say cremo. Cremo sounds like I'm trying to be fancy with my pinky out. Cremo. Cremo is you're not supposed to lather it. It's like a brushless thing. So, but it's still lathered fine. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm gonna have to go look at the package. True sets you free, mind over matter. How you doing? Nothing wrong with being fancy every now and then. That's right, Alex. Thank you. Thank you for grounding me. How much is my 381 V69? Oh God, how much was it? This is a guitar we're talking about. $2,500, I think. I sold my C58 for about the same price, so I kind of broke even. Should have kept it though. Should have kept the C58. So what's everybody doing tonight? Friday night in America and across the world. Because I know there's some people out there. I know there's some people in Canada already, Virginia. Alex is out in Virginia. I'm here in Texas. Clay, I can't remember where you are. Steve, I can't remember where you are. Everybody, shout out. Some Yankees game. How are the Yankees doing in NYC? I haven't been checking on the Astros. Falling asleep, husband snoring. Well, thank you, Craig. Everybody, tell me where you are. Gold Dots, your night off? Cool. You don't have to work tomorrow, do you? Go to Beale Street tomorrow. Oh, that'd be nice. Southern Maryland. PR. New York, baby. Upstate New York or New York City? California, Indiana. Got some Californians. Florida. Groovy. Raining, thundering by you, having a beer and burning homegrown in Oklahoma. There you go. Good job, Doom Slayer. I'll tell you, it's your music channel. No, you have to find that, Trevor. And anyone that's in the chat, if you know my music channel, don't tell them. It's kind of like it's a fine, kind of like when a Jedi has to create their own lightsaber. You have to find You have to find my my other channel. Astros Off Tonight playing Angels in Monterey. Oh man, I bet that's gonna be beautiful. Okay, let's see. Upstate New York. Remember? Yeah, you know what, Clay? I'm actually the family and I this summer are gonna go up to Niagara Falls, and I think I'm flying out of Syracuse at one point in July, I believe it is. So I'll be in your neck of the woods, buddy. KFC relaxing with your woman. That's good. You're not ignoring her, are you? You should be not paying attention to me and paying attention to her, unless you've already, paid attention, if you know what I mean, and you're both in the afterglow. This is an adults-only chat, folks, you see. Funny mission, I decided to learn lightsaber choreography. Hey, go for it, man. Palm Springs was fantastic, Mike. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And I could live there, except in the summertime. I mean, the architecture, the climate, the mountains, beautiful. I don't know how we should make something happen for Rick. He's watching this with me. Oh yeah. You ever been to Hawaii? No, I haven't been to Hawaii yet, Craig. I hear everyone that goes absolutely falls in love. My mom just went there and had a great time. Yankees doing well, good. Palm Springs is great. I don't think I could live in Los Angeles. I think there's too much going on. It's too big. I have been to Memphis. Now, I've been to Memphis. I've been to Graceland. I've been down to Beale Street. I've had the barbecue, the dry rub, all that stuff. Get some magnets from your road trip out. Where's Benbrook, Aaron? Texas is a huge state, and I've lived here my whole life, but I don't know where Benbrook is. So many small towns. The early Hamburg tapes, I'm not a big fan of them. I think because a lot of the songs I'm not a big fan of. It's great that we're talking about the early Beatles, guys. Hey, my life is a me, my life is pathetic. How's it going? How's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, they're a little raw. They're a little rough, and the sound quality is not great. But I'm glad we have it. Just southwest Fort Worth. Gotcha. My dad lives up there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Think I'm doing new acoustic guitar covers sometime this year? I don't know. Yeah, brisket thing. Taking a puff for you. I feel like Arnold. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't do an Arnold impersonation. Now that's the only thing. The one thing that keeps me from smoking cigars more regularly is that I can taste this dang thing even after I brush my teeth tonight. And tomorrow morning I'll wake up with the taste of this thing in my mouth, and that's not what you want to be tasting first thing in the morning is an old stale cigar smell, taste. Can you sing all the weather out? Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but this cigar is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it rain, let it rain, let it snow. All right, let me see. Let me read back on that. When will I be using the old school Barbasol? Keaton, I know, I'm excited too, and that's why I'm kind of saving it for just the right moment. I don't want to use it because then I will have used it when it's done. But sometime, I swear, I don't know when. One smoked a cigar like a cigarette. Oh yeah, not good. You're not supposed to inhale these, that's for sure. Yep. See? Hey, how's it going, Unique? Except for me, apparently, I went to Kauai last week and was disappointed. Whoa. Oh, you got migraines? That's terrible. No, I really haven't looked for any Aquavelva in any other way than the one I used, the little plastic one. But do they make them in glass bottles still? I was talking to my friend who gets migraines all the time. I mean, like debilitating migraines. And she said that she hasn't had one since she took this drug. It's like a weird. It sounds weird. I think it's Analvig, something like that. Analvig. It's like a protein. It's like a shot. It's a protein. And she said since she got that shot, she has not had a migraine. And she was having them so bad that she was having like stroke-like conditions. So you're gonna fall asleep? Yeah. Unique, you and Alex are gonna fall asleep to my voice. Turn up the jazz in the background. If I turn up the jazz in the background, I'll get like a strike against my channel for copyright infringement. That's why it's in another room, very quiet, so it's not really a featured part of the video. It's just like a slight ambiance. Let me show you here. Oh, humidity. Yeah, Craig, you don't want to live in Houston then, down in Florida. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm blocking the. As I scroll, I'm blocking the thingy. My pleasure, Steve. My favorite aftershave of all time? Boy, I don't know. I mean, you'd almost have to go with the Osage rub, but it's such a particular thing. Sometimes you want an aftershave that you don't notice after you put it on. It's just kind of like, it soothes your skin and it smells pleasant. I'd have to say I really enjoy that mint aftershave that I always use. That, what is it, Pacific brand? I don't even know the brand name. It's the one that I always use in the little squeeze bottle, whatever. The mint one. It's inoffensive, it smells good, it feels good, and then it's done. It's not lingering, All right, Ernst here. That's right, Mother Nature sounds. Tapping the ashes on your phone. I know, I'm burning my iPad. Another guitar I want is the Hard Day's Night 12-string Rick. Yes, I know. I also feel like I'm not a good enough player for that. Alex says, I have the voice that soothes. 9 out of 10 doctors recommend my voice for soothing times in the evening. I'll put you to sleep. Not like a cat, but... I keep seeing the Duke Cannon, and I see it in Target, but I haven't bought it yet. I'll have to try it out. I kind of like their marketing, that kind of rugged, manly, old school thing. Excuse me. Pardon me. I hope this thing doesn't give me a headache. What type of music do I listen to? I listen to all... Yeah, this is a menthol cigar. I listen to all kind of music, and it depends on what mood I'm in. From the Beatles to Sinatra to Willie Nelson, old school country. I like a lot of old school rap songs. I'm not into rap, but I like a lot of them. My kids have turned me on to things like Imagine Dragons and stuff like that. Some of the new pop, which I never would have heard otherwise. My kids right now are obsessed with a song called Old Town Road. I can't remember the guy's name, but there's a version with him and Billy Ray Cyrus, of all people, who's was a big joke. But Old Town Road, featuring Billy Ray Cyrus, is really a cool song, and my kids turned us onto it, and every kid in my kids' school know it and love it. So I don't know where it came from. They must have seen it on YouTube or something. They see everything on YouTube. Oh yeah, Mike, I wish that every commercial you heard was my voice. I'd have to live in LA to get that kind of work. A Lil Nas. There you go. Thank you, Trevor. I got Steve, you guys know it too. I'm gonna take my horses to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. A lot of singing on tonight's hangout. A lot of singing, a lot of smoking. No drinking, no drugging, just pure, sober Sinatra Lennon. That's fun. Whatever it takes. My kids love Thunder. They love Natural. Right? Brantley Gilbert. Never heard of that. What style is, or what genre of music is Brantley Gilbert? You like old songs from the late night? It's sad, Steve, that you say old songs from the early 2000s, but I guess it's 20 years old. Should have run that song to the Cyrus, yeah. Diamond from Barrister and Man. What is that? What's that, Mike? Country, not pop country. Exactly. Old school country, outlaw country. Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson. 70s country, 80s country even. Zombies, they're good. Good 60s band. Rolling Stones are great. I like listening to a little bit of jazz, like Dave Brubeck or the Vince Guaraldi Trio, uh, Dean Martin, that kind of stuff. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. It depends on what mood I'm in. I was in an antique store today looking for razors, and they had the Sirius XM Beatles channel on, so I heard a ton of Beatles today. Oh wow! Oh, is that why it's called Diamond? That's cool. I wish you could free hair and shave. I can't do that. The classic Brut by Fabergé. Yeah, the Sinatra Lennon podcast. I know. I don't know what the podcast would be about. I know, true crime. Not really. The Everly Brothers are great. Have you noticed how many people listen to podcasts? Because that's almost all I listen to are podcasts. But there are so many true crime podcasts out right now. I don't know. Sometimes that's cool, but sometimes I just get depressed hearing these terrible stories about people getting killed. It's not cool. But, to each his own. I always say, live and let live. Do what you like. Melodic death metal to Marty Robbins. Now that's a hell of a spectrum. I've never, and I probably would never listen to any kind of death metal because it's just not anywhere near my style. And actually, there's a bar downtown near where I work, and when I work nights and I walk by and they'll be playing a lot of live death metal, and I wonder how those guys that sing it don't ruin their voices, it's like, yikes. I'm frightened of it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to listen to it. Now, death metal guitar, it's just mostly power chords, right? A lot of them do ruin their voices. Yeah, I guess so. Actually, there is a guy, I listened to this one Star Wars podcast called Rebel Force Radio. Hey, Jill, how you doing? We're hanging out on the porch. It's raining, there's thunder and lightning, smoking a cigar. And having some Coke Zero, not even drinking liquor. It's boring. But I'll take you up on that drink offer if I ever go to the Big Shave Southwest. My kids love singing. In fact, we had an open mic night for my kids' elementary school at a local, beautiful restaurant, coffee shop with an outdoor stage. And my kids got up there 4 times to get up and do Fortnite dances. And my youngest sang along with Old Town Road. He didn't know all the words, but he got up there and he wanted to do more. He wanted to get up there another time and do something. I think they've got the performance bug kind of like me. Like, I've loved performing on stage. I love doing plays and playing music and anything. Put me in front of a microphone or get me on stage and I absolutely love it. Yeah, everybody's obsessed with Fortnite. That's true. I've tried to play it, but I just don't like it. Why am I wearing a jacket? It's a little chilly. It's wet. It's wet. Jill's, your song would be "These Boots" by Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. I'm doing a lot of songs. I'm taking requests tonight, just a cappella. I'm not going to bring my guitar at her because it's all wet and rainy and smoky. Yeah, it's just a raincoat kind of jacket. That's right. Each generation has its own obsession. Like, you see this? See that? Lightning. Your father's cigars. Do My Way. Regret. I've heard of Sublime, but they were more like an early 90s band, is that right? And one of the members passed away? He's getting Rick, that would be amazing. Oh no, I'm not bringing my Rick out here. Elvis, of course, Elvis. I love Elvis. Wasn't I doing accents? Yeah, I know. The last hangout I was doing all these silly accents, like on demand, because that's what I do. I'm on demand. I'm just a performer. You can't stop me. I have to stop myself. Luckily, I think I have the ability to not make a complete fool of myself. Even though I want to. Hey, this is a good cigar. It's mild. It's not biting. It's I wish I could read the label. Oh, the label blew away and now it's over the ground. Would you go see Kiss for the End of the Road? Oh. What kind of cigar? I don't know. I couldn't read the label. I tried to. I couldn't figure it out. I really couldn't tell. But it's a Connecticut. It's Dominican made. Connecticut tobacco, I guess. But I could not read the label. Hold on. Let me get it. Hold on. Hold on. It's over here. I'll show you again. And maybe somebody can make it out for me. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, I can't read that. I have no idea. Can you sleep while watching this and listen on your headphones? Yes, you can, Alex. You can go to sleep. I do that all the time. I'll, be really sleepy. Connecticut Shade Rapper. Thank you, Mark. Stoner Child wants to get into cigars. Mark, do you have any recommendations or anybody that knows? Because I know nothing about cigars. I'm a complete novice. I smoke about 2 cigars a year. And I wanted to share this one with you guys because somebody had asked, instead of smoking a pipe, if I could smoke a cigar instead. So I said, sure, I'll do it. And I actually picked a good one. And it was only like, I think it was $7. All right, Clay. Good night, buddy. Here's to you. We'll talk again soon, I'm sure. Hey, Maro's 45. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for joining me. Have to get us some good Cuban cigars from AMP. AMPA? Good night, Clay. Is it already 11:30? Oh, it is. Goodness. You know what TV show or what I'm excited about this month? The Deadwood movie that's coming out on HBO. How long am I going to go for? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Maybe till midnight, something like that. I'm not real tired, but I don't want to be out here too long. But yeah, I am Tampa. Okay, Tampa. Be careful, some cigars without legit labels are counterfeits. Been watching House, Deadwood, Warbeard, Bear. Clay's going to sleep, and he's going to moderate a few piss. You don't have to moderate. There's no need of moderation, Alex. Don't worry. You can go to sleep and listen. I saw some really expensive guitars. Yes, Chingon. We got hit big time, and we're still kind of getting glancing blows from the storm. But anyway, Deadwood. Yes, I'm very excited about the Deadwood movie coming out at the end of this month because I absolutely love Deadwood. Deadwood's one of my favorite TV shows ever. Breaking Bad is another one. I tried to get into Game of Thrones. I just couldn't. I just couldn't get into Game of Thrones. I tried. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure why. But I tried. I kept trying. True Detective is another one I love. Down there in San Antonio. Oh, good old San Antonio. That's where my mom's from. Let's see. Let me go back and read this. James said, is it weird that I wear my KISS shirt at school? I have to lie and tell the teachers when they ask what my favorite song is because I'm afraid they might think I'm a bad kid or influence. Oh, what's your favorite song, James? Did I miss it earlier? Do you have some kind of storyline in mind before you start filming your videos? Hold on. Minnesota started raining earlier. Cold Gin, is that a KISS song? Because I am not up on KISS at all. When I was a kid in the 70s, I was scared of KISS. They were too scary for me. They came out when I was probably about 6, 7 years old. So I was like, these guys are frightening with all the blood and tongues and the thing. Did you guys hear that? That was weird. Golden, Colorado. Good old Golden, Colorado. I don't know, it was popping noises. I don't think it was a firearm being shot. It was way off in the distance. It could have been, that was really fast. I don't know. If I start to hear sirens, then it was gunshots. I don't know why it would be gunshots. I don't live in a bad part of town, but it is over by the highway. Well, let's hang out together and see if that was gunshots. Somebody check their watch, and I'll tell the cops. I'm gonna find my first safety razor this weekend. You mean find it like you know where you're going to get it, or you're just gonna go find one? Wife and kids are doing well, thanks, Steve. They're asleep inside right now. Oh, the script thing. No, I don't come up with. I come up with. Well, first I have to think, what am I going to use? What products am I going to use when I shave? What razor and all that. And when I'm taking a shower, right before the video, I always say I took a shower, did my hair. Well, in the shower, I'll think, okay, I'm going to have a direction that I'm going to talk about, but I don't think too much because then it won't, flow, I guess. I want to be able to just off the cuff make stuff up as I talk. Can't shave with a razor because I get ingrown hairs all over. Have you tried a safety razor? Keeper of the Reaper? Oh, sorry, Warbeard Bear. I'm not drinking whiskey tonight. I'm taking some time off from drinking. I'm trying to be a little bit healthier. I'm trying to diet a little bit because since last August I have not done it at all. And some of my favorite pants don't fit anymore. So I mean, they fit, but you know what I mean. And finding the motivation to diet as you get older and as you have kids it gets harder and harder. But so I'm not drinking whiskey, just drinking boring old Coke Zero. But I'm drinking out of the glass that Julian drinks out of in Trailer Park Boys, if you guys have ever seen that. Just boring old Coke Zero, PC. Keeper of the Reaper, that may be why you're getting ingrown hairs, because those things have 4 and 5 blades, and you don't need that many. That's too many. That's too much stuff, like messing with your skin. If you try a single edge, a double edge safety razor with a single razor blade in it, Paul McCartney, hell yeah, Trailer Park Boys. Then I think you might not have that problem with ingrown hairs. So if you have the ability to get yourself a fairly decent but not too expensive safety razor, I am the liquor, bud. Good old Jim Leahy. May he rest in peace. Is there a good first safety razor to begin with? Yes, there is such a thing as too aggressive. Not necessarily too sharp, but a razor that's too aggressive might be tough on your skin. So get one, a mild one like a Merkur 34C. Don't get the Parker 99R because those are very aggressive. Or get yourself a vintage one, like a vintage Super Speed off eBay or something like that. But try that out. You can even get a Vanderhagen from, Vanderhagen-Dazs at a grocery store, and you can try that out. But I almost guarantee you won't have those ingrown hairs anymore. Okay. Let's see. Husband. Oh, Alex, he now prefers the old razor I sent. Oh my gosh. It's got the old Sinatra Lennon magic on it. There's no magic. There's no magic. Edwin Jagger, yeah. No, the Vanderhagen is not worth the price. Not for $20. No. If you spend a little bit extra, like $30, you can get a much better razor that'll give you a much better shave. Feels better, built better. But yeah. The funny thing is, I have this shaving channel, but I'm not like neck deep in all the products. Like there's YouTube shavers out there, like Paul H. or Ken Surfs, that like know it, and I don't. I just kind of, tripped into doing this. Just kind of like started doing it, and then started having a lot of people watching and asking questions. Like, dang, I'm not an expert at it. I mean, I know more about razors, I guess, than I do about cigars, but I know more about guitars than I know about razors. 34C is a good one. I had to buy a 34C. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's like the Coca-Cola of razors. Everyone loves it. Everyone uses it. I don't have one. So I've got the Merkur Future which I did a video on that I wasn't a big fan of. In fact, before I ever had it, I didn't like the way it looked. I don't like the way it looks, and that the way a razor looks is it's kind of like how a guitar looks. I want to like the way it looks and like the way it's shaped. Started with the good old Fat Boy. Yeah, so did I, Aaron. You're on the 12 string? Let's see. The band is playing. Wish you were here on the concert. Where are you? Wait, where are you playing? Now, is it Karua? Karua? I need to pronounce these so I can say your name. I don't want to, mispronounce it. Hold on, let me read. Oh, the best razor you have is a 62 Gillette that your dad gave you. Now that's cool. Paul McCartney turned you on to safety razors. Yeah, you should feel like a badass when you shave with a safety razor. It's cool. Rex, it's just like a lake in my area. Play harmonica. See, we can get a band together, guys. We got enough people on here that know how to play instruments, harmonicas, and guitars, and drums, and everything. Really struggling with the hairs on your neck. They're growing all kinds. I know. Same here. Mine like grows sideways and up and everything, and it's like you got to map it out, on your face. Play guitar, harmonica, and drums. Oh yeah, Steve, if you go back, you know what we should do one night? We should have a. Yeah, I've heard of you, Mr. McCartney. If that is the real Paul McCartney, wouldn't that be funny? If the real Paul McCartney was on here saying, "You turned me on to safety razor." It's like, shouldn't you have been shaving with those back in the '60s? Anyway, here's what we should do. We should have a hangout where I am able to set up where we can like chat and watch my first shaving video. Like the first one I ever made. It was like 2011. Different hairstyle, younger. Only had one kid back then. And we should watch that and sit back and just laugh. It'll be like Mystery Science Theater 3000. See how things have changed. See how I've changed, how I've aged. But yeah, you go back and look. That's right, no man nips. That's right. That's my promise to you. In fact, I make sure. No, it's just a one I got at Target, I think. But it looks cool. That's why I like it. It's got these little epaulets on it. But yeah, we should have a little hangout where we watch the old first Sinatra Leonard video. Yeah, Greta Van Fleet is strange because they're like the reincarnation of Led Zeppelin style. So I like that. But his voice is a little strange and high, not like Robert Plant's necessarily. I mean, kinda. So it's interesting. Excuse me. Do I have any more Coke? Yeah, I got a little bit more. Cheers, everybody. A little bit shrill, right? Oh man, sorry. My back. Sitting in this chair. If you could see, I'm on I'm on the porch like I normally am, and we've got a concrete porch that's raised about that much off the ground from the grass. But it rained so much that it was like a stream down this entirety of this porch. So if I had been out here earlier when it was really raining, I would have been swept away. All right, let me read these. Fan of Parker Safety Radio? Yeah, I got the Parker 99R. That's the only one I've tried. You got to see Robert Plant in Dallas. He used to live in Austin, so people kept seeing him popping up around town. And Gold. No, this is not a political channel, so we don't talk anything about politics, because that is a quicksand. Yeah, I use the built-in mic. Right now I'm using my iPad. Let's see. Doing more than one pass have any effects on? Not on my skin, it doesn't. But if you have sensitive skin, then yeah, it could. You could maybe get away with 2 passes, but don't ever do 3 if you've got really sensitive skin. But for me, it doesn't matter. I can shave all day pretty much, I guess. One day I must hear you on a proper XLR. Yeah, well, if I ever do a podcast, then I would, do good quality. And you can fall asleep. to the sound of my voice like Alex is doing right now. Taxi? What does that mean, Doomslayer? I'm just reading random. Well, here's the problem, Warbeard. I don't know what to say on a podcast. What would I even talk about? It would have to have something. Some, like... Yeah, no, I'm not doing an ASMR. It creeps me out. That whispering creeps me out. Actually, I saw a commercial, an ASMR commercial recently, where she was like, it was like a girl that was like, I think it was for bottled water or something, or she was like opening the bottle and running her fingernails and whispering. And it kind of creeped me out. Budweiser? I haven't had a Budweiser in years. I was never a Bud man. I'll drink Lone Star before I drink Budweiser. A lot of people get tingling sensations from ASMR. I don't know. I don't. It just creeps me out. But hey, more power to them. I guess there's enough people that that do get those tingles that talk razors, guitars, maybe even voice tone. Yeah, I guess so. I could have guests. Maybe I could interview other YouTube shavers. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Talk to Paul H. or talk to Ken Serves or Jill or whoever else is out there. Oh, here we go, asking about the cigar again. Now I'm going to show you the label because I can't read it. I don't know what kind it is. But here's what drew me to it. First, the price. It was like $7. And it had this little satin ribbon around the bottom. That was cool. And here's the label. And I cannot read it. I cannot read it. The fonts are weird. It's like so fancy. Oh, Jill's in the chat right now. I don't know if you're still there, Jill, but she was in the chat earlier. So you, Tyler, you were saying you like the, there's something. I don't know. It says cigar. Could it be a Don Julio? This is what I'm doing for you guys. Hey, Greg, you're not late. You're not too late. This is what I do for you, you guys and gals. I sit outside in lightning storms and talk to you. I'm gonna have a full-on. Just got here. You're drunk. And you're my dad. Lauren, no, I'm not your dad. But if you're drunk, good. What were you drinking tonight, Lauren? Pipe smoking is very enjoyable. I agree. When's the next? I don't know, Craig. I haven't done one of those in years, have I? A morning coffee hangout? Was it a hangout that one time? I guess it was. But yeah, I did that day because it was like November and it was like beautiful cool outside and the sun was just coming up. But yeah. Well, Barbasol does make an aftershave, don't they? Everybody's been saying you can find it at the dollar store, but I haven't been to a dollar store lately to find it. But it has been a while. Counting Crows mid-90s? Oh, I heard enough Counting Crows to last me. Just to be perfectly honest with you. I heard enough Counting Crows, Mr. Jones and me, and I heard enough. Well, like I said, I think in one of the last ones, Hangouts, I'm not a big fan of the 90s music in general. So there's the sirens I was wondering about. Twisted tea and raspberry vodka. Lauren, I'm not your dad. I can be your internet uncle, but I can't be your dad. There have been a couple of people who want me to be their dad, but I can just be your mentor. I can be your internet mentor uncle. Favorite decade of music? I couldn't list one. How about 50s through the 80s? Let's just go that. 30 years. Wait, 50s, 60s, 70s, 40 years. My math is terrible. Still here? Good, Steve? Mark? How was the Cremo post-shave? Cremo? I need to go check the thing because people are telling me that it's you're not supposed to lather it, but it lathered fine. So I don't know. I'll have to read the packages. I just assumed that it was, you know, Cremo. I know it's pronounced Cremo, but I like saying Cremo. Just to get it under your skin, Greg. No, I'm just kidding. But the aftershave is great. I love the Cremo aftershave. Like I said, it smells like the inside of an old piano mixed with mint, mixed with an old Victorian home, like the old rose water that your grandma would have used. Oh no, this Barbasol are not my subordinates, certainly. They are my friends, sort of. I wouldn't say friends. I mean, we had some nice interactions over email, but they were very generous, and it was very cool to be contacted by Barbasol, because I think I said in one video, well, I think I knocked the ash off, or the cherry off. Let's start this up again. Ready? It's almost like a Zippo. Oh man. Yeah, this is relaxing. It's kind of nice not doing it drinking scotch, because then I keep a cool, even head. Yeah, it was a $10 cord I bought today. Everybody likes the jacket. I need to find out where I got this thing. I think I just got it at Target or something. Okay, unrelated to shaving. What's your favorite guitar string brand and favorite string gauge? And do you set up my... Yeah, I set up my own guitars. And, you know, I don't really have a favorite. I guess I just go to the D'Addario, and that's how it's pronounced. It's not D'Addario or D'Addario, it's D'Addario. I went to their website and watched them talk about it, because everyone pronounces it differently. It's D'Addario. So anyway, I use those. On my Strat and my Telly, I use a 10s, I think. And just normal gauge 10. I don't do anything special. I'm not that fancy. I just buy 10s, and then whatever it turns out to be on the end. Excuse me. I know it looks like it's D'Addario, or that's how everyone says it, but it's actually just D'Addario. It's just an apostrophe, you know. D'Addario. D'Addario. Something like that. But yeah. And yeah, I do set up my own guitars. Once I learned how to do it, I was like, I can do this. What's up, Joey? You like the 650? Lauren's a little bit drunk and she wants me to say something. What did you want me to say, Lauren? You like the 650 Dakotas. You're the first person I've ever met or ever talked to that said they like the 650s. You don't remember? Oh my gosh. Lauren, I hope you're having a good time. I hope you, were you drinking at home, or did you go out and then you came home and you somehow came across this old guy sitting on the porch talking about guitars and shaving? Very sad here. James, I do. I have watched Dave's World of Fun, but sometimes he's like too negative about the guitars, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I wish he was a little more upbeat about things, but he's great at what he does, and it's funny. That Canadian sense of humor is I like it. Came home drunk just to watch my dad. Oh yeah, Lauren. I never played one, but I saw an ad for one in '90. Thought it looked cool. You got a Squire Strat? That's what I taught myself how to play on, a Squire Strat. I know the police are catching the person that was popping off shots earlier. Being drunk makes me sleepy. After the second bottle of beer or bottle of wine or bottle of whiskey. You get 2 bottles of whiskey and you get sleepy. That would make me sleepy too, having 2 bottles of whiskey. I would be dead. Shh, everybody. I think Alex is asleep. Alex is in Virginia and she's been up all night. Her husband fell asleep and then she was falling asleep. So shh, everybody, when you type your comments, type quiet. No gigs this weekend, Unique. I do have my weekly gigs, so if you're ever Were there tornadoes in LaGrange? I was watching the the weather, and it looked pretty bad over there towards Elgin and McDade and LaGrange. So I hope everybody's okay. I hope not too much damage, but that's scary. Have you guys ever seen a tornado before? I saw one time way off in the distance, but it wasn't anywhere near me. But it was a heck of a sight. Greg, are you in LaGrange? I'll meet you in Ellinger. Go get some kolaches. Why do I live in Texas and not have a southern accent? I don't know. I grew up in Houston, but I'm not sure. You've seen a lot of tornadoes. Wow. You live in Tornado Alley? Hey, Kevy. I do look relaxed. Don't I? Look, I got my leg crossed, got my cigar, and Kevy's here. Jill was here earlier. She shaved with Jill. Yeah, if you're ever in Austin, come down on Tuesday at the New World Deli. You can see me play for 2 hours with my buddies. We'll play some Beatles music for you. We take all requests. It's an all-request acoustic Beatles show. But yeah, born in Arkansas and everything. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Sometimes you know, people grow up a certain place and they'll have the accent, and sometimes they won't, and I never did. People in Texas have Texas accents. But yeah, so they sort of, you know, if you're from Texas, you sort of talk like this. You know, you're sitting on the back porch having a drink and just talking to some nice people on the internet from all over the place. Have you got any crazy non-Beatle requests? Yeah, we play other groups in the 1960s and Rolling Stones, and I played some Hank Williams Sr. sometimes, some Johnny Cash sometimes. Cream soda. Yeah, cream soda's good if you're a non-drinker. And I'm not drinking right now because I'm trying to be a little healthier. I don't know if you heard earlier, but I'm trying to be healthier because since last August I've just been going Big Red, my favorite. I've been going balls out, eating nothing but garbage, and I've been exercising, so there's that. I do walk miles every week. I mean, like 17,000 steps a day, you know, something crazy. Let me see what I didn't do too much today because it was raining, but how much did I do today? I did 15,000 steps, so I walked 7.32 miles today. I was on late if you covered this. Thoughts on Endgame? Yeah, I went and saw Billy. I went and saw Endgame, and I'm going to see it again with the wife and kids on Sunday. And I'm not a big Marvel guy. I mean, I love superheroes from when I was a kid and stuff, but I'm more of a Star Wars guy. But that was a good movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry. I'm not going to talk about it like that. But yeah, it was good. It was really cool. It's a lot of walking. How do we get that much in? Well, I work downtown, so I'll park a long way away from downtown and walk down there, and then walk back. So that gives me a lot. Yeah, Steve, if I ever see you, we'll take a picture together. We'll hang out, and then there you go. There you go. You like Ernie ball strings? Your favorite gauge? Nines are a little too slinky for me. a little too thin, but you can certainly, bend them and all that kind of stuff. So Kevy, you still out there? You still on the? What's your favorite? Like shaving combination? What's your like go-to, like your daily driver? Do you have one? Grab that mayfly. Ooh, almost got it. Sorry, let me look at the chat. Sorry. Yeah, I own one tobacco pipe. Rockwell, yeah. The Rockwell 6S, man, you cannot go wrong. Went up to Austin for work like 2 weeks ago. You don't miss that traffic? Yeah, traffic sucks here. Smooth as butter. I know, it's like effortless, right? You don't even have to think about it. Like when I make the videos, I'm just like talking, BSing. But yeah, Rockwell 6S. If you guys can afford a $100 razor, that will be the only razor you'll ever need for the rest of your life. Hopefully. And if it's not, I wonder if they have a return policy. I wonder if you could return it if you really decide that you didn't like it. But it is fantastic. They contacted me out of the blue a few years ago and sent it to me. And now it's my daily driver. It replaced my Fat Boy. And that's kind of lifetime guarantee, but that's if it breaks, not necessarily a lifetime return. But I don't see how it could break. That thing's built like a tank, kind of like the old Gillettes from the old days, still going strong. Like that Kennedy razor I'm going to use. I tried it. It was a very mild shave, but also a very easy shave, and it gave me a great shave. A Mula R41. I've heard about that. Is that the really aggressive one or the nice one? How to reduce irritation during shaving. Use a mild razor. Oh, you can send it back for any reason. There you go. So there you go. Use a mild razor. Use a sharp blade. I use the 5, Kevy. What do you use? Because I know it goes up to 6, right? It goes up to 11. I use the 5. Hold on, I'll read this here. The monster. Yeah, the super aggressive one. I do like aggressive shaves because my skin can take it, but not everybody's skin can. But mine can, so I'm lucky in that way. R4 is your sweet spot on the Rockwell. There you go. The Mule is like shaving with a broad. Okay, so that is the one that's really, like the R41 is like the killer one. 4, 5, and 6. Ooh, I don't think I've done the 6, Kevy. I don't think I've done it. I should try it at least, right? But I feel like I don't even know how I chose the 5. Maybe because on the Fat Boy I always kind of went with a 7, which was close to a 9. Yeah, I might have to try the 6. Just flip it over. What's a new video idea? Doing the 6? Rockwell 4 and 5 with a sweet spot for zero irritation. Use a 2 and it's still, I don't know, Unique, I'm not sure. Use a 6 for beard off shave on my first pass. I knit yourself in a mustache. Yeah, no, it can. You're right. Oh yeah, Mark's saying do the first 2 passes with a 5 and the last with a 6. A lot of people start off aggressive and then go mild because there's less, whiskers left, and so it's more of the blade touching your skin. But hey, if it works for you, go for it. Paul McCartney, you want to know what my music channel is? You have to find it. That's right. Thank you, Craig. This is my weird little. I don't know how it started, but we're going to continue it. If you'll find it. It's easy. It's a channel secret. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It's just become like this little. I don't know. It's my little thing, I guess. Okay, here, I'll give you a clue. Paul McCartney. Do a YouTube search for 325C64. You'll find it. It's not easy. I tried. No, Lauren, did you hear what I just said? 325C64. You will find it almost immediately. One day I'm going to throw in some Beatles tunes on a video. Do, but don't. Well, don't actually, because then you'll get like a copyright strike or something. Get your channel taken down for some dumb reason. They're really, see, told you. So they're really cracking down on lots of people on YouTube. Luckily, I think wet shavers are okay. We're not controversial at all. Oh, Raina. Kevin, you play guitar? We should have a YouTube shaver band together. Yeah, more dad content for Lauren. Yeah. Lauren, how old are you? I'm afraid when I point this thing in my face, I'm going to cook my face. I mean, look at that. Dang. I live in Central Texas, Jacob. Ancient channel secret, huh? 22 on the 18th. Okay, at least you're 21. And happy birthday coming up. You toured all over the UK? That'd be so cool, man. I would love to tour. I was going to say I'm too old for it, but I'd still like to do it. I just want to be able to do it. And I just started trying to learn to play lead guitar. So I've been trying to, playing some blues licks and stuff. Soft flames to light cigars. Yeah, I tried that, but I had a hard time lighting the dang thing. So I figured, well, I'll try this torch. It's kind of cool. You're too old now. Lauren's drinking, what'd she say it was? Raspberry vodka or something? What time is it where you are, Kevin? Is it really early in the morning? Is it 5 or 6 in the morning? Play bass. Yeah, play bass. There you go. That's all you got to do, James. Just move. I've not tried larceny whiskey, but there are so many. Oh, twisted tea and raspberry vodka. Thank you. Nearly 6 a.m. So you're up early? Are you always up this early? I love being up early. I love waking up early because then I can, like, I like to leave the house and like drive around and maybe go get a cup of coffee. Like if we're not doing anything with the family, because there's no one out, there's no one on the road. It's quiet, it's cool. Love it. Kevy Shave Sinatra Lynn in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We had She Shaved with Jill earlier. I think she took off and fell asleep. We had a few people listening in that were falling asleep. The Modern Man UK website is the Mule and Other Razors for $35. There you go. Good job. Ariano Felix. Blanton's your favorite bourbon. Staying up late. Getting up early. Unique, where are you located? You guy or truck guy? You guy? I think that must have been a typo. I'd recommend for the fat boy, I'd recommend, well, if you can handle it, feather blades or Bic. Bic blades are really good. The Netherlands. Ah, yes, of course. What time is it in the Netherlands? It's got to be earlier than the UK, right? I'm bad with geography, so I may be second in plant. Balvenie. Oh my God, Balvenie 17. I've never had any 17. I've had the 12. I had the double wood. I had the rum cask. I love Balvenie. Oh, it's not too bad there. Yeah, Balvenie. I would love to try the Balvenie 21, but for $200 a bottle. Van guy or truck guy? If I had to choose between the, I'm neither, but if I had to choose between the two, I guess I'd say truck. Are there very few Cremo reviews? That's weird. I thought there'd be a million of them because it's like so ubiquitous now. It's everywhere. Saw Ozzy Osbourne. That's cool. He was another guy in the 70s that scared the pee-wadding out of me, like Kiss. Kiss used to scare me in the 70s when I was a kid. Greetings, Portland, Oregon. It's early out there. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's not too late. Well, yeah. You're welcome, Jacob. Is it the Kentucky Derby today? Oh yeah, get your bourbon out. Get your mint. Hey, mint juleps. I tried to have a mint julep shave, and I didn't even think about that it was Derby Day, Mom. Goodness gracious. Barney Miller. I remember Barney Miller. Very few. Interesting. I'm going to corner the market on Cremo reviews now. I'm going to go out and buy everything, and then Cremo's going to send me a whole bunch of free stuff. They didn't recognize me, but they will. They will. My opinion on Glenn Miller, I love that stuff, that old 1940s big band stuff. I love that stuff. It's so nostalgic sounding. I don't listen to it a lot, but I love hearing it every now and then just because I live in the past too much. Like, I think about the past way too much. I should think more about the future. Not that I don't, but you know what I mean. I'm a very nostalgic guy. And that's why I like shaving with vintage stuff, and I like graphic design from the old days. Just beautiful stuff. I don't see a lot of that good quality stuff these days like you used to. No, I got 2 boys, Steve. Yeah, Cremo's not too expensive, I guess. History is fun. Why was history not fun in school? It's like the teachers. I had one history teacher that was great. I loved him. Mr. Crittenden. His name was Mr. Crittenden. And he was a great guy. I loved his personality. But, you know, it's like they didn't teach it correctly to make it engaging. And I think you need to have a person relate on a personal level to what was happening in history to make it really interesting. All right, you're fair. John Coltrane, there you go. Good old John Coltrane. Working on some graphic stuff right now. What are you working on, Unique? I love anything with a bourbon scent to it. Okay, so Kreml says use an almond-sized dab and rub the face with hot water, but not lather? Oh, Bunnahabhain is good. Bunnahabhain is very good. I agree. Jake, you got 2 girls? Cubans put a shot glass of rum in the humidor. Oh, that's a good idea. How do I like my coffee? I like my coffee like Mr. Wolf in Pulp Fiction. Lots of cream, lots of sugar. Actually, not lots of sugar, but lots of cream. I do like Dave's World of Fun Stuff. We were talking about him earlier, but I was just saying I wish he would. Sometimes he's a little too negative about the guitars he's working on. I wish he had, but that's just his personality. But yeah, he's a good guy. I like his Canadian style. What Cubans do I know? I don't know any rich ones. No, my buddy, one of my oldest friends, is married to a Cuban woman from a Cuban family. You live in the past too much too? Yeah, I know. I like black coffee every now and then, but I have to be in the right mood. Generally, I don't use sugar. Sometimes, speaking of Cuban, I was turned on to using brown sugar in my coffee from that Cuban woman, my friend's wife. But generally, I just use Splenda and cream, half and half. It's there. Chat emotes for streamers on Twitch. Oh, okay, gotcha. Chat, so like little emoticon things, emojis? You only use Kreml in the shower shades. My message got lost. Do you know of the narrator voice actor Wayne Jr.? I don't, Craig. Excuse me. That helicopter. Cigar, exactly. Getting trailer loaded with beer in Golden, Colorado. Is that Coors you're getting it? That's where Golden, Colorado. That's why I know Golden, Colorado, isn't it? Yeah, no, I think that, unfortunately, that chopper is a life flight helicopter, so it's from a hospital that's nearby, so unfortunately it means somebody's in trouble. Doesn't like that food. Did you guys see Pulp Fiction? I mean, I say everybody saw Pulp Fiction. Harvey Keitel played Mr. Fox. Or no, the Wolf. The Wolf. And when he asked for, he was like a tough guy who could take care of anything, right? Classy, got the job done. And he said, how do you take your coffee? Lots of cream, lots of sugar. I was like, that's right. You don't have to drink black coffee. I mean, you can drink your coffee however you want, as long as you're not drinking like big unicorn fart frappuccinos with whipped cream on top. That's something else. That's not even coffee then. That's like a milkshake. But yeah, I like drinking black coffee when I'm camping, like cowboy style coffee, because then you don't have time to like put sugar and cream in it. You just put it in that tin cup around the campfire, warm it up. That's when I like black coffee. I like gas station coffee, like cheap coffee. I'm like, I got it from my dad, who growing up, he would always stop and get the styrofoam coffee cups from the gas station at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I never understood, what are you drinking coffee in the afternoon? That's gross. But now I know why. I do it too. Sometimes, man, you start to get sleepy, you just want something to drink, you want something to do with your hands, or you want someplace to stop. I love convenience stores. And my boys are the same way now. They love going to the convenience stores. Dave Grohl through caffeine. Oh, really? I quit caffeine for a while. I mean, not very long. And I didn't really go through withdrawal, but I remember the first cup of coffee I had after I went back, and it was like, whoa. Because I'm not that affected by caffeine. Like, I could drink a cup of coffee right now and then go right to bed. But I know a lot of people, they get super wired. But, oh my gosh, it's 12:07. We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Well, let's go for another 15 minutes, shall we? because I got to go to bed. Got the weekend. We were going to have baseball games tomorrow, but I think fields are going to be so soaked we're not going to play. And I think I'm done with the cigar. I'm starting to, the taste is starting to build up now in my mouth at what I was talking about earlier. No, I can't finish it, BC. No, the wife is not waiting for me. She is asleep. You can't save a cigar, can you, BC? You either finish it or you don't, right? You got to get rid of it. Would I come to Italy and get a wet shave? Yeah, sure, why not? I've never been to Italy. Never been to Italy. I've been to Germany, I've been to England, I've been to Canada, I've been to Mexico, I've been to Russia. Dave Grohl, Fresh Punch is not about weed, but coffee is kind of... Oh, no, I haven't heard about that. But yeah, I guess you can't really, like, wrap this up. Could you... Yeah, Gus, that's exactly why I normally smoke a pipe, because then I just dump out the small amount of tobacco. I have been to Russia, yeah. My mom, Alex fell asleep, Greg. Alex was sleepy because her husband and her and she were driving to Virginia and only slept like, they drove from Chicago to Virginia. And so she was falling asleep earlier. Gosh, yeah, that comment you made was a little loud, Greg. But no, so she's asleep, but she was listening to this as she was falling asleep. So we got Alex is falling asleep. Lauren's having a good time being drunk on twisted tea and raspberry. How you doing, Drew? Good to see you. Cut it lower than the ash, and you could save it. Well, I don't think I'm gonna want to smoke it tomorrow though, so I think it's done. My all-time favorite concert. That had to be Paul McCartney. I guess it was 2013. He came here and played 2 shows, and I saw him at both shows. The second show, I was able to get in and get down on the floor, and I was able to walk up close enough, like 20 feet from the stage, and like see him for real, not just like from way in the back. I actually saw him, and he was playing Yesterday on the guitar that he used to record the dang song on. And I remember thinking, this is the best it's ever going to get. This is as close as I'm ever going to be to Paul McCartney. And if I never see him live again, that'll be fine, because this is great. So, okay, Russia. Yeah, my mom, my stepdad works in the oil business, and so they got transferred to Russia because he was a drilling engineer. And so they lived in Moscow, right outside Moscow, in a place called Ilanits. And their dasha was in this compound that used to be where, like, the high-ups in the Russian, the Soviet government would have, like, little retreats in the country. Beautiful wooded countryside by a river. I think maybe even Khrushchev might have had a dasha out there. So yeah, that was in 1994 I went, so it was right after communism fell and democracy was just taking hold before Putin and all that stuff. But yeah, so got to go to Russia 25 years ago now. It was really cool. Who would you do anything to go see live? Who would you do anything to go see live? Who? Well, I guess I've already seen it, Paul McCartney. I think I'm done. I think I'm satisfied. There's not another group or individual. Guy Clark was somebody who I loved. He passed away. He was a Texas singer-songwriter legend. I saw him, so that was great. Rodney Crowell is another one like that I love, that I've seen play live. Frank Sinatra, yeah, there you go. That's a good one. If I could go back, okay, it would have to be a time specific. 1960 in Las Vegas. That's when I'd like to see Sinatra. Billy Joel is great. I love Billy Joel. The way the guy plays piano, the way he sang the songs, just fantastic. Love his stuff. I can play one Billy Joel song on the piano. What's it called? She's Got a Way About Her. God, what a good song. Good song. Yep. The cigar's done for. Favorite teacher? You mean like school teacher? A little late here in Sicily, so good night. Good night. Is it Jacob or Jowl? If you ever find your way to Marino's Barbershop in Sicily, I'll shave you for free if you love. Of course, brother. If I'm ever in Sicily, absolutely. How is it in Sicily? That's got to be gorgeous out there. Well, have a good one. Thanks for chatting. college. Favorite teacher. Mr. Crittenden was great, history teacher, and then I had a great English teacher named Mrs. Gray. So I guess those two. And I had a terrible English teacher named Mr. Rosen. He was nutty as a fruitcake. He was a little mentally off. It was a terrible, terrible experience, but a lot of good stories, none of which I will discuss tonight. Saw Buddy Guy a few months ago. That's cool. Did he have his polka dot guitar? You're fortunate to really like most of your high school teachers. That's good. That's good. Good night. Do you pronounce it Jow? Jaob? Or I'm not sure. But anyway, good night or good day. It's actually daytime over there in Sicily. What time is it in Sicily, Joab?
It's 7:13
Oh, so yeah, it's the morning. It's morning. Let's see. Yeah, it's just morning. Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Well, I'll tell you what, kids. You're from Hungary? Cool. Pasmonti? Richie? I'm trying to read your name. That's why I'm doing that. Went to a crazy Rick Springfield concert. Oh my God. Yeah, Jesse's girl. Fancy with that watch? Oh yeah, I'm fancy with the watch I was given. I've been very fortunate to have some good people in my life that have been very generous, including a lot of you that watch this and want to send me things. What's a guitar player you think is very underrated? Most people under 20 probably don't know. How about the original guitar player for the Eagles? I don't even know his name. And I'm not talking about the main guy who wrote Hotel California, but the early guy who was more of a country and western guitar player. He was a great guitar player. If you like that country style. All right, this thing is going bye-bye. No, not Don Felder, the other guy, the first guy. The first guy who Don Felder sort of replaced. I'm going to put the cigar over here on top of the old Coke can. I'm out of drinks. I'm out of smokes. The rain has stopped. The lightning has stopped. The gunshots are over. The helicopters have landed. Lindsey Buckingham is insanely good. He's the kind of guitarist that is like absolutely not approachable at all to a normal person. But yeah, he's like playing in like 50 different tunings. You know, if you watch his what is it? Gear. It's like Premier Guitar, Rig Rundown. That's it, Rig Rundown. And he's got like 10 guitars, and each one has a different tuning. It's like, how do you even begin to learn to play like that? But yeah, he's an insane guitar player. Oh, well, Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Mike Campbell, speaking of Lindsey Buckingham, he is a fantastic and probably underrated guitar player. I love that guy. I love the guitars he chooses. I love what he plays. Mike Campbell, absolutely. And if you're under 20, you probably never heard of him. I mean, you've heard of Tom Petty, but you don't know his band. You know, like Ben Montench and all those guys. But yeah, so there you go. I think that's it. And on that note, I think we should wrap this up because I need to go brush my teeth, scrape my tongue, and get the cigar taste out of my mouth. But yeah, so I guess that's it for tonight. This was not a real long 1 hour and 23 minutes. That's not too bad, I guess, as far as hangouts go. You go too much longer than that, then everybody starts getting tired. Everybody should be either waking up or going to bed, and I'm going to do the latter. Thank you, Craig. Thanks, everybody. Bernie Ledden, was that his name? There you go. Good night, Unique. Unique. That's Lauren's claim to fame. I am going to drink some water. Have a good night, Aaron. Everybody, I'm going to go to bed. Good night, Gold Dot. Good night, Warbeard. Have a good weekend, everybody. Happy Star Wars Day tomorrow. Good night, Chingon, down in San Antonio. Tyler, BC. Good night, Moon. Good night, Mush. Good night, James. Flash. I'll do my best to stay dry. Good night, Shaq Ali. And good night, Mostly Casual sometimes. Good night to anybody that... good night, Steve. Good night to anybody that doesn't like commenting, who just likes to hang out, that's cool too. You certainly don't have to comment. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching all my silly videos, and I'll be coming back with you with another one. Good night, Drew. On Monday afternoon, actually. What will I use on Monday? I don't know. I'll figure something out. The pipe doesn't leave the same taste, VC, not like a cigar. I think it's maybe a difference in the tobacco used, perhaps. Not sure. But anyway,